Now, we've been studying for quite a number of weeks here a series of prophetic utterances found in the Old Testament concerning the Messiah, the first advent of the Messiah, Jesus Christ. And we have gotten to what we have numbered number 26 in our series. This is the statement that we can sort of summarize the prophecy by saying that Christ, the Messiah, would be rejected by men. Now, we go to Isaiah 53, and we see the Old Testament prophecy itself. So we go to Isaiah 53. Would you join me there? Isaiah 53, and I want to begin at verse 1. Who hath believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief, and we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. So we see here in Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 3 that this Messiah is to be despised and rejected. He goes on to explain that he is a man of sorrows, that he understands grief, and he was so hideous that we hid our faces from him. We did not give any recognition to him, nor did we think highly of him. He was despised. He was despised by us as well as by those who were around him. You see, that's before we came to know him, and that's before we received him as our Lord and Savior. He was rejected of men. And so we see that Christ, the Messiah, was to be rejected of men, according to Isaiah 53. In this portion of prophetic scripture, we see that in his first coming, his first advent, he would be rejected. Was he? Was he rejected? Well, yes, he was, of course. We know that. But where's the verse? Where's the scripture? Let's go to John, and let's go to chapter 1 of John. This is the Gospel of John. And we read at verse 11. Well, let's go to 10. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. So he came into his own, and his own received him not. John 1:11. So we see in Isaiah 53:3 that he is despised, rejected. He is not received. And in John 1:11, in the New Testament, we see a fulfillment of that prophecy where he came into his own, that is, to the Jewish people, and they would not receive him, would not have him. And so we see a continuation of the prophecies and fulfillment of prophecies in the life of the Messiah, Jesus Christ, as he was here in his first coming, his first advent. Now, the reason I emphasize his first advent is because there is a second one yet to come. where Christ, the Messiah, will return to this earth. And when he does, it'll be a different thing, a different world than it was, different responses than it was when he came the first time. We're not talked about that yet. We're not there yet, but we're working on the prophecies of his first advent, and I trust that it's being of value to you.